Hello friends, welcome to the Word Cloud Tarot Show. Today is the 7th of December 2020 and there is a lot going on in the world, including the price of Bitcoin has come close to a new high. So let's do a tarot reading on what the hell is going on with Bitcoin. We will be using my standard Word Cloud Tarot deck, which is a deck I designed myself to be the easiest tarot deck to use in the whole world. Written on the face of each of the card is the meaning of the card in plain English as a word cloud, so that the readings are very transparent and the cards are very easy to use. And today we're going to ask them the question, what the hell is going on with Bitcoin? Now, about this time in December 2017, Bitcoin was reaching all new heights. It had gone crazy, 10x in a couple of years, and went parabolic to reach a top of just under $20,000 before spending the next 2 years in a bear market, reaching a low as $4,000. But since March, it's just been going up and up, up and up. Ever since the halving, really, it's always just gone up and up and up, and it's now back close to $20,000 again. But what will the future bring? And what has brought Bitcoin to this position? We're going to find out using a 5-card cross. A 5-card cross has pretty simple cards. The first card tells us the past of the situation. The next card tells us the present. And then we have cards telling us about hidden influences and external influences, all of which results in an outcome card. Let's begin the reading with the first card that tells us about the past. Now, this is the 10 of Trumps. The 10 of Trumps is known as fortune. The card represents winning, of course. It represents gambling as well. It represents the apocalyptic doomsday predictions of death and cycles, because, of course, Fortuna's wheel is always turning, and if you are lucky today, you may not be lucky tomorrow. So this card could be symbolizing the cycle of the markets, turning, fortune turning first one way, bringing Bitcoin up to $20,000, and then fortune turning back the other way, bringing it back down. So let's ask about external influences on the Bitcoin. Here we've got the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is known as abundance. Now, what is external to cryptocurrency? And the answer to that, of course, is all of the other currencies. And you may have noticed in the current crisis that all of the other currencies are very much in abundance. There has been new money printed in all of the currencies all across the world to help cope with the pandemic crisis and the massive amounts of unemployment and financial problems that this has brung. Now, the 3 of Cups represents wealth and opportunity, which of course Bitcoin has represented to some people. Certainly there are many people who are Bitcoin millionaires. Not myself, unfortunately. The card represents excitement and it represents diversity. So all these things are external influences upon Bitcoin over the last few years and into the future. The next card represents hidden influences. And the hidden influences is the 12th of Wands, is the Knight of Wands. Now the Knight of Wands represents bravery and well-being. It represents gaming and motion. It represents vibrancy and eagerness and curiosity and indictment. Now, which of these things do we think is applying to Bitcoin as a hidden influence at the moment? Well, notice the word gas here. This could be referring to the gas price in Ethereum, conceivably. Notice courage, though, and entertainment and multimedia. It seems that an external influence on the price of Bitcoin may well be all of the people talking about the price of Bitcoin, especially in the media. Now, these cards bring us up to the present moment, and the card representing the present moment is the next wand, the 13 of Wands, the Queen. 13 of Wands brings us to the current moment of Bitcoin. It's, of course, self-assured dominatrix full of psychokinesis and a fetish for kissing and poetry. It's an artistic card, represents liveliness. Some might think of her as a villain, but she is at least autonomous. And this, of course, is also true of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an autonomous, independent currency free of government control. So perhaps that explains that. But what we really want to know, of course, is what's going to happen in the future. What will be the outcome of this Bitcoin experiment? The outcome of the experiment will be the Eight of Pentacles. Pentacles is, of course, the money suit, so it's perhaps not surprising that Bitcoin itself comes out as a Pentacles card. Prudence is, of course, about saving, and those people who talk about Bitcoin trying to buy highs and sell lows, of course, always fail, because this is not a saving procedure. This is a gambling procedure. If you want to use Bitcoin, you should use it to save. You should be prudent and merely stack sats, as they say. Put some aside every week, perhaps. This card represents mortgages and arithmetic and money and counting and engagement and emphasis and all of the other things. You see the little alien there storing his money in a little piggy bank. So, the question is, what does all this mean? Do we have any kind of summary? Yes, I think the reading is quite clear. In the past, of course, Bitcoin has been on this wheel of fortune, on this cycle of bull and bear markets, possibly forced by the regular halvening. And of course, much gambling has been done and many fortunes have been won and lost. At the current moment, the massive abundance of fiat currency, which is leading to a flood of money on the market, will often drive up the price of fixed assets, and we will see richness in the currency. The hidden influences are from the night. These include the media and the traders who are playing their trading games. They are being eager and they're fighting for advantage over each other, and that will all be good for the price action. The present moment then for Bitcoin is one in which Bitcoin is near its highs, and yet it's self-assured and robust and vibrant with self-determinism and open-mindedness and inquisitiveness. So the future, therefore, it looks pretty good for the saver. Prudence will see many savers getting excellent, reliable consolidation. And the cryptocurrency is likely to be superior as an investment for the prudent than many other investments one could make. So that all looks good for the future of Bitcoin. And if you have some, perhaps it would be good to spend some of your Bitcoin winnings on buying some Word Cloud Tarot decks, which you can do from the website at wordcloudtarot.com or from these social media accounts where you can follow our weekly readings. That's it for this week. Next week we'll bring you a different reading. Thanks for tuning in. Do stop by then.